My full name is Waldo Joe Brunner. I was a CWO 3, last day in the Navy, reverted and retired as a Master Chief Radioman. Finished Class A radio school. I went to Key West, Florida. I was assigned to Submarine Squadron 4 staff, and that flagship was the Howard W. Gilmore AS-16. It's a pretty big ship, the submarine tender. And I was impressed. And as you walk down, it was always called Building 16 on the mole, because they didn't get away that often. When you come down out on the mole and you got submarines lined up on this side and the sub-tender on the other, it was an impressive, made an impression. I had a chief radioman on there, World War II type, you know. First thing he said was, sit down here, copy a page of broadcast, and this is the broadcast that they send out of Washington, NSS, and you have to copy everything that comes across to see if it's to you and everything, or whether you're involved in it. And it came across at about 22 words a minute, but in school, when you was learning this, there was no static or interference or anything like that, so you had to learn how to deal with that. But when he said, let me see that, and he looks at it and he says, well, when you can copy this and I can read it, you can have your Liberty card back. So we went through that, and then one day he comes and he says, the sub-tender was net control for all the submarines, and there was 2 submarine squadrons down there that were operating in the Key West area. And you're net control. In other words, you tell people when they can send and everything. So he watched me for a few minutes and says, okay, now slide over to this chair and duplicate everything this guy does. And he says, when you can operate that circuit as net control, you can have your Liberty card back. Well, then the kicker was, he says, you're going to have to sit down here and learn how to copy UPI press, because we're going to get underway, and the commanding officer likes to get his press every day. This is back in 56, 57 time frame, and didn't have cell phones, and so going from where I was at 22 words a minute up to 36 words a minute was what UPI sent at. And you had to get it on the first go, because when they recapped it, they did it at 54 words a minute. So that took me a while, but that was another one. When you can copy this, you can get your Liberty card back. So, you know, you had an incentive. But, you know, I was not in the Navy a year yet, and he made, you know, a hotshot radioman out of me. And that's, you know, like when I went to Argentina, Newfoundland. Oh, you're going to fly on the Super Connies because you can do 36 words a minute. Sending is no problem. I can probably send 60 words a minute, but you're gauged by how fast you can copy. So 36, I got up to 36, I could copy the press. And that was it. While I was there, I was TAD to a diesel boat submarine, the USS 421, and also to a submarine rescue ship, USS Petrel AS-14, ASR-14.